Alright, I have returned. The rain has stopped. So let's finish getting this set up. I have to go back and reference my diagram. Alright. There we go. That at least works. Okay, now this is outputting okay, it will be outputting at 45 per minute. There we go. Which means I do need more than one smelter for it. Let's pull a smelter from over there. Yeah, that eyedropper works at some pretty decent range, actually. Okay, let's see if we can squeeze this in here. That's always a dangerous thing to hear in this game. Okay, and then we'll need a splitter. Okay, why am I making this so hard? I can just line this up to there. Again, it's probably not exactly aligning with the miner. Let's see how that goes, though. There to there. Yeah, straight just breaks down completely, but default works. And then, yeah, we want these to be producing iron in both cases. But one of them needs to be underclocked to 50%. Okay, that's weird, especially right there, but workable. Oh, I can't slide under that. It's a travesty. Okay, so we've got all the constructors for rods, all the constructors for screws. We actually have smelters in place now. And, oh, no, sorry, we have all the constructors for plates and rods. We need the constructors for screws. 3 of them off of rods. And one of these rod constructors will go straight to storage, along with one of our plate constructors. So maybe I'll just go ahead and pop down a couple of storage containers right now. So there's an input. So I think that I'm gonna need a fair bit of rods and plates. So I'm gonna try a different setup where I stack these. And then I'm gonna try to take a lift and put it in front there. So let's see, does this work? Okay, so it'll come out. Yeah, so these storage containers, they have an input and an output, so you can kind of use them as a buffer in the middle of a line, which is interesting. But you can also rig them up like this. So the idea is that this will output into this lift. It'll raise it up to the upper container. It'll travel through the upper container down into the lower container. And once the lower container is full, the upper container will drain, or sorry, the upper container will fill as well. So you have two containers full of plates in this case. And you can just you can pull from the bottom container, and the top one will drain down into it when you do. So, seems like a nice, simple setup. And I will repeat the same over here. So I want it lined up with that, and I want the input facing the wrong direction. So those green arrows are pointing towards each other, but that's actually what I want in this case. And then the top one inverted. So now I'll point up here and attach to that. Drag down here, place that. Just like so. Okay, looking good. I've got a cat who needs attention. Oh, careful. That's the microphone, leave it alone. There we go. Okay. What was I doing? Screws. 3 constructors. Let's pull everything just a little bit further out. Give us some room to work. Okay, that'll be plenty. And now I need to figure out the plate situation. All right, let's see where that gets us. It is dawning on me that I am probably going to have to figure out power and get everything up and running over here before I complete the copper side and everything. But we'll see. I kind of want to keep going with this as long as I can, because I think it's easier. Oh, cable. Okay. Because I think it's easier to set your power budget all at once to, like, basically I'm trying to cheat and not calculate my power budget by hand. I want to hook everything up, look at the network total consume, or, total theoretical consumption, and then just make power to support that rather than trying to pre-calculate it and such. I am saving myself a very small amount of math is what I'm doing. I do feel like placing belts is a lot easier. I know they said they made some tweaks to how that worked, and it does feel better than it used to. Feels like I don't have to aim as precisely. Okay, looking decent. So now all of these should collectively produce 120 screws per minute. And we need to start thinking about reinforced iron plates. Okay, so let's do same old, merger. Mergers and splitters are also sort of bound to a group. So you see if I hold E, you got both of them available. So I honestly probably don't need both of those on my hotbar. I could get away with, oh, something just occurred to me. Okay, so the total output of this, in terms of plates, is 60 per minute, which is fine because that's the limit of our belt. The total output of screws, though, is 120 per minute. So to do that with Mark I belts, I'd need to pull some tricks. There's Logistics Mark II. 50. I think I need part assembly. I completely forgot as well that reinforced iron plates will require 2 inputs, which means you need an assembler. You can see it's got 2 little openings there for conveyor belts. Technically, you don't need to... You could mix stuff on a belt. It's a bad idea. But regardless, you need an assembler to make reinforced iron plates. So I'm going to have to unlock that. Which means I should probably just do a little bit of math and try to get this factory up and running as soon as possible. Let's see if I can get a copper input coming in. Please, don't come in here. Please. I hate that sound. Freaking me out. Yes, these guys are bouncy. Wow, quite bouncy. Okay. Of you to work on copper. Control C, Control V. Oop, accidentally opened the map too. Alright. So now we've got copper moving towards those. Oh, hello. And now we need constructors. Specifically, we need 4? 4. I think that's correct. Nope. Excuse me. There. Oh, more cable. I'm working on it, or I'm trying to. Let's merge these lines. And I think I'm just going to go for another manifold approach here. Let's see if something like that would work instead. Whoa, what is going on with that? Okay. The hologram looked broken, but that's at least workable. So something like that. And then continuing down to the next one in line. Missing cable. Yep. I am really looking forward to some of the later game things that I think will make this this sort of constant back and forth to replenish materials a lot better. That certainly seems to have been the goal. We shall see. Yeah, I can't believe that works. It's a little tight, but at least it gives me some walking space. Must continue this line of constructors. There, that's 4. And that should be good. There. Copy you. Line you up, delete you, and connect. And then for you, honestly, I could just do something like that. What I'm going to do instead is do it just as I was for the other two, but then I'm going to delete both of these and take this and put it into there so that I have the lift looking exactly the same as everything else in the line. It's just I'm omitting the splitter. That clipping looks a little funny, but it didn't complain about it, so neither will I. Alright. Wire. You all will be wire. There we go. Alright, looking pretty good. And then I want half of that producing cable. And I just need one constructor for that. Oh, which I'm out of plates for. Okay. I'm hoping we can at least get power online to this so that I can stop having to make all of these intermediates by hand. Yeah, this is, I fell into the trap of trying to expand a lot just a little bit too soon. If I had kept my previous production going a little bit longer before ripping it out, I think I would be doing just fine. Luckily, I should have plenty of concrete. So there's something. Heck, I'll just delete what I have and basically put it in the same spot is what I'm thinking. And that's gonna cut power over there. I'm less worried about concrete production at this point. I think I'm sort of out on the woods on having that be a total surprise and screwing me. But let's take this whole section and start putting in some ramps instead. See, I'm hoping that this whole section here can kind of become my, the new home for the hub, as well as all my equipment stuff and power, assuming I have room. So, let's see. First, I would want some storage containers. Well, let's try to get my equipment stuff set up here first. Okay. Let's see if we can squeeze the hub into here, for example, without it interfering too much with that ship. And let's try to squeeze the hub in. Okay, so let's turn it around so that the ship will be on that side. Lock that hologram and see. That's looking decent. Something like that. Okay. And then let's try to get the MAM back. You know, I had never noticed this had a door back here. Never once thought about it. Okay. And now the question is, how much power will I need? So we have 5, 6, 7 Mark I miners. At 5 megawatts each. Smelters are 4, constructors are 4. Okay. 7 at 5. And then in terms of constructors, we have 4 there. We're going to need 1 more, so 5 in the copper line, 1 in the concrete, 6 total. And then 4, 3, 3, 2. So what is that? 12 total? For iron? Yes. So 12 plus 6, 18. 18. I think that's correct. And they were 4 megawatts apiece, plus smelters. So we got 2, then 4 more for iron. 2, so 8 total. 8 times 4. Oof, okay, so 139 megawatts. Probably needing some room on top of that, so... Woof. So 30 apiece. 140, 150. So like 5 biomass burners would get us 150. That is more than I was hoping. And heck, if I'm going to build 5, I might as well build 6, right? Make it a nice even number. Do I want this going right down the middle? You know, heck with it. I'll put it here for now, and then I'll probably be forced to move it later on. What you gonna do? I'm gonna need a few constructors, actually, for this as well. So that's going to throw the whole thing off. It's a good thing I'm making 6. Hopefully that's enough. Still got that running. I think at this point, I'll just turn you off. Let's see what wire I've got. I've actually got quite a bit. Okay. Nice. Oh, let me make sure to clear out some of my inventory by actually filling up that personal storage again that I emptied when I moved the MAM. Don't need this, this, this. And don't need that, don't need that. That's at least a little breathing room. Okay, so just the simplest setup would need wood and leaves getting turned into biomass, which then gets turned into solid fuel. And what would the burn rate look like on solid fuel? How do I... It's something I haven't thought about calculating in a long time. One solid biofuel, 4 per minute. Okay. So 6 times 4, 24 per minute. What is the construction rate for biofuel? Oh, I wonder if I can just search solid biofuel. Yes, cool. 60 per minute. Okay, so perfectly fine with one constructor. That's good. All right. Gosh, I love seeing that thing every time. Even though it flies through my space elevator, I'll have to figure that out. All right, let's get containers down. Let's have them output this way. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. Then I'll put one more next to it for wood. Then I need constructors. Okay, so let's take you over here and you there. And then I should be able to just feed you to there, feed you to there. Nice. And I want both of you to get merged. So let's grab a merger. Just plonk it in front of one of you. Route a belt directly in. Route a belt a little bit around. Still got some room to walk. It's a miracle. And then we're gonna need one constructor. And maybe I'll just put that right off of here, in line with these. Let's nudge that over. Oh, it's encroaching clearance, okay. Okay, that's surprising. That clearance on the biomass burners is really aggressive. Yeah, I'm definitely overlapping with those rotary blades. No question. Okay. I'll just put it there for now. Thus begins the slow decline of this once proud factory. As I say, I'll just put it there for now. So you will be making biofuel. You will be making biomass wood. You will be making biomass leaves. Okay. And now we're just going to go with a good old manifold design here. Interesting. I'm not seeing... Oh, there's an indicator line for it. Oh, yeah. Is it a little offset or... No, you're happy. Okay. And I am thinking that what I'll do here is place... Oh, what did I... Oh, I see. Interesting. I pointed at this instead of the splitter. And then I think I'll just take a container and put it off the end here just to store any excess that makes it all the way through. And I don't need that much of it, so I'm not gonna bother with stacking two. Really, I just need enough to run my chainsaw, not much else. Okay. That is something. So I could pre-feed these with some solid biofuel. Come on, work with me here. 12, sure, whatever. 12. Da, 12. And... Oh, crap. Uh, 12. There we go. So that is not much, but I'm hoping that will be just enough to kickstart the production line for biomass itself. You are the leaves, correct? I didn't even look. Yes. You are wood. Okay. Now we need to start thinking about stringing up power. Oh yeah, and I can actually make more of these. Is that the same that I have? No, I have them a little bit closer. like so. That, like that. There we go. So that's a nice set of 6. That should all be fed off of that, hopefully without issue, if I've done my math correctly. So now I need to start thinking about running power. So if I have 1 pole, 2 connections per, and then 2 connections forward and backward, that should work. Where do I want these to sit exactly? Let's just go like there. There. Is that the same? I think so. And there. All connected together. Then connected to each burner. And you should have 1 more spare. You do. So I will pull you out to, let's just say there. Oh, and of course those have already started up. All right, so all of that is running. Oh, interesting. The leaves input is above 60, I forgot. So it doesn't really feed efficiently until I get better belts. But all of these are running. All of them are getting biofuel. A byproduct of the manifold design is that things will not fill evenly. As in, you can see this just ran out of fuel just now. Whereas this one is probably quite full. Well, you know, comparatively. That's a byproduct of the manifold because, as I mentioned before, it only really starts working when you get backups. So all these machines at the front have to fill in order for the next line of machines to start getting the proper amount, etc., etc. And I've already got a couple that are already coming all the way out the end, just by, you know, percentages. Some of them are going to make it, even though there are still machines here demanding resources. So yeah, that's a byproduct of the manifold design. It's not really much of a downside. It just takes longer for everything to sort of even out. The only danger is if it's a power setup that you're, like, really desperately in need of, and things are stop-starting, running out of resources, and, you know, causing your power network to go down. That sort of thing. Alright, now I need to start thinking about routing power to everywhere else. Good enough for now, I think. I feel like every time I stop handcrafting, I'm like, this will be the last time. But I don't say that out loud, because I don't really believe it. So yeah, you'll notice that when I'm overlapping certain things, the hologram will turn yellow. But then there are other situations where the hologram will just flat out turn red. So what yellow indicates, so like there is a red. What the yellow indicates is that you're overlapping soft clearance of an object. And all that means is you're probably clipping into it most of the time. As you can see with this belt, I'm clipping into it just barely. But the game will let you place that. There's no problem placing it there in terms of how the game operates. The only issue is that it's warning you there might be a cosmetic problem, essentially. When you get a red indicator, that means the game will not let you build there, such as in cases where it could affect like the usability of things. It won't let you overlap machines, for example, to the point where like you can't tell one from the other and can't tell which one you're interacting with. You can imagine how that would become a mess if it just lets you clip anything into anything. And then there are also like gameplay considerations. They just don't want you being able to fit, you know, an entire factory into like the space of a single smelter or something absurd. Okay. How is my power network looking? I don't have nearly everything hooked up, but yeah, plenty. Okay. Oh, I think I never set a recipe on these, which is probably why they're red. Yes, that is the case. Okay, Control C, Control V. There we go. And now they're yellow, indicating that they're waiting for input or waiting for output, which is what I want. Alright, actually got iron flowing across all these belts. Screw production is going. Soon plates will be getting produced. Alright, let's go hook up the copper side of things while I'm doing all this. And how are you looking? Up to 19 on that one. 6 over there. So it's definitely, at least for now, outpacing their consumption. And again, I think it should always outpace their consumption, but... you are operating at 50%. Again, because I don't have a belt that's fast enough. I think... Okay, well, let's figure this out again. So, optimal output of this is 60 per minute. I'm actually getting 30. Consumption of this is 4 per minute. And I have 6, so 24. So I am still good, even at half productivity of my solid biofuel. I'm still good to feed all of those. Alright. So that's the last of the iron. And again, these are hooked up to power, but they're still red, which should mean I didn't set a recipe. Look at that spin. I don't know what's going on there. Interesting. Alright, well, we're getting somewhere. Things are coming up. Let's again take a look at the power network just to look at our maximum theoretical. Still looking good. I think we will comfortably fit in the last handful of constructors and have a little bit of overhead. Alright. I still don't have reinforced iron plates. I'm pretty sure that's what started this whole crisis. Let's just steal something from you. Steal something from you. There we go. And make some ourselves. Yep, see, good thing I didn't say it was the last time I'd be handcrafting. Boy, I'd sure look like a fool now. Alright. Well, while I was doing that, I was realizing that... Oh, no. Everything's fine. There's my iron plate producer going into storage. That's where I should be pulling from, rather than out of machines. I was worried I hadn't set it up at all, but I did. Okay. So now, looking back at my diagram, we need the screws and the iron plates, both from 3 machines, going into 2 constructors for... I keep saying constructors, but that's not correct. I need assemblers. I think I'm gonna have to be handcrafting a few more reinforced iron plates. Let's just go ahead and complete this. I think that is eminently doable at this point.
Milestone reached. You have been given access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as Awesome. Your awesome input allows Fixit to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the Awesome Resource Sink will grant Fixit coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the Awesome Shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Alright, yeah, the Awesome Sink and Awesome Shop is a big deal, but I'm distracted. Does the freighter just sit there? Up in space? Yes. It just hangs there. Until the milestone is complete, and it's time to come back down again. Interesting. I don't think I had ever noticed that before. It's just gonna hang out for a few minutes and then head back down. Okay. Fine by me. Okay, so I do need to look at part assembly. All right, cable, rod, screws, plates. Okay, at least I actually have all of that automated now. Oh, I definitely have enough rods. Oh, yes, I can't put anything in yet because the pod hasn't returned. Because it's just sitting up there. All right, look at those belts. Nice. Plates, I'm gonna need some. I have some there. I am just gonna pull from machines again. Why not? I thought we had this figured out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I haven't been gathering biomass, and everything is slowing down. Okay. Let's real quick take care of that. Okay, and I am just gonna run back right away to try to get this taken care of immediately. Because we are in danger of everything shutting down. Yeah, still time to pick up berries, though. I mean, I'm not an animal. I think it's wood on that side. Leaves there. Is that correct? Yes, thank you. You still have 26, and you're still running. I thought that was a fuse breaking. Oh my god. Alright, so we should be getting biomass flowing once again. Let's go gather some more before I have another crisis. It's been so long since I had to deal with this that I've just been forgetting. Mostly just sliding because I can. Oof, yeah, my theoretical max is dipping below my max consumption, which is always a scary state to be in. But I think we should be rectifying things. Hey, you're up to 154. It's these ones on the end that are struggling to get input since the first ones still haven't filled. I could speed this up a bit by taking whatever I can out of here and dumping it into there. I do need to keep a little bit, though. Oh. Excuse me while I steal everything from you instead. What happened there is I control clicked instead of shift clicked, so I split the stack and then just dumped everything in anyway. Okay. I think a stack size is 200 of that, I think. So we're getting there. Alright, so anyhow, need cable. Oh yes, I never set that up. Because I need one assembler making cable off the end of this. Sure. And actually, what I'm going to do is take you... Yeah, I don't need to do this because I need this belt out of the way. So instead, I'm just going to take you... Not like that. Ooh, okay, you're not going to work with me well, are you? Let's see if I can finagle this how I want it. How close can you be there? And how soon can you do that? Let's try to take this wider then. Not that high. There we go. That's good enough. And then that to that. Oh, I think I finally ran out of copper input way over here. So let me dump my inventory full of ore in. Really love just to clear out the last little bits of this. Oh, I suppose I'm gonna have to trek out to the miner anyway to start that back up. Let's see if I can hand fill any of these machines with, yeah, with whatever ingots I have left. Alright. That should have cleared out a fair bit of space. Everything is running. Power is back to looking stable. We're up to 3, which I feel like could be better, but at least you're increasing. $200. Alright, so these front two are finally full, which is why the back ones are actually getting input. Whoa, hello. Didn't see you there. Alright, still have leaves running. Still have a lot of wood, actually. So we're looking pretty good. Pretty good. Let's get what we can into this milestone, which is quite a bit. And plates. There we go. And now we just need that cable, which is being worked on. Alright, and then once we have assemblers, we can actually automate the production of those reinforced iron plates. And I do need to set up a merger. That should work. And then storage setup. Alright, and that should finally get wire storage going. How are we looking on cable? Still got a fair bit to go. So I might be forced to finish that off myself. Yeah, things are looking good. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. One more cable.
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note, humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fix-It cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
Alright, let's see what it takes to build an assembler. Rotors. I need rotors. So let's take a look. Modular frames take reinforced iron plates and iron bars. Okay. And then rotors. Iron bars and screws. Shoot. Alright, well let's at least finally get those assemblers into place so that we can start producing reinforced iron plates automatically. Oh, which of course I need one more. Always one more. There we go. Time to string these up. And I'll have to pull screws over from the far side, which is going to get a little awkward, I'm sure. Let's see, though. All right. Merger. Yeah. Let's take it out that way. so you should be getting screws and plates. Copy, paste. And of course, we need to figure out power. Oh, missing wire. At least that's being produced nowadays. Everything's still looking good over here? How are you doing? 12? Yes? Out of leaves. What is your total output rate? 300 per minute. Okay, so long as one of those is running, I am doing fine. Cool. Did I ever get wire? I didn't. Grab some wire. Grab some cable. Let's set this up. Well, let's set up some storage for that. Like that, actually. Please work. Okay, so this is a little weird, but you can attach a merger directly to a lift. And I think that will pick up input without issue. I'll sit here and make sure that I actually see things going in there. Yeah, okay, it seems to be working. Now, your counterpart. And I saw one appear. Great. Well, that, I think, is that whole plan implemented. There's something in the red over here, though, so I've got to take a look at that. I think I just never hooked up power to this machine. Alright, well, I think everything should be running. That biomass solid biofuel producer is stopped starting, but it is getting plenty of input. Well, as much as I can provide it. Smelters are running. All the generators are running. This one's slowly increasing. Wire production's good. And cable production is good. Alright, I think that is officially it. Now, of course, the next hurdle is that our plan only really went up to reinforced plates, and now we have new resources or new products to produce. So, rotors is one, modular frames, and then the real target is smart plating. So we'll have to do some thinking about that, but I think that's something we'll get figured out next time. That's going to be the end of today's episode. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.